Good afternoon, kids! Welcome to the wonderful and exciting world of science. I'm your teacher for today, Teacher Maida. Our lesson for this week, Quarter 2, Week 8, is Protecting and Conserving Estuaries and Intertidal Zone. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to explain the need to protect and conserve estuaries and intertidal zone. It's riddle time! Let me see if you really understand our lesson yesterday by answering this riddle. I am a habitat where salty water and fresh water meet. What am I? The answer is very good. It is an estuary. And for our next riddle, I am a kind of habitat where four zones meet. What am I? The correct answer is very good. Intertidal zone. So estuaries and intertidal zone are the answer in our riddle. It has something to do with our lesson for today. What do you think are the organisms found in these areas? Do you eat seafoods? What is your favorite seafood? I have here pictures of different seafoods. Let us identify them. What is in the first picture? Very good. This is a clam. In Tagalog, it is also called talaba. How about the next picture? Very good. These are called mussels. What is this in Tagalog? Very good. These are tahong. How about the third picture? Yes, we have starfish and snails. And the last one? What is this? Very good. This is a crab. Do you know where these seafoods came from? Intertidal zones and estuaries are places where we can find these living things. And just like humans, these sea creatures need a safe, clean, and favorable environment in order for them to live. Examples of intertidal zones are beaches, streams, and rivers connected to the sea. Here are some examples of the beautiful places here in our country. Do you know this place? This is one of the famous beaches here in our country. Very good. This is the Boracay Beach. How about this one? This is the Taytay Stream in Mayhay, Laguna. Next picture. Okay, this is one of the famous river here in our country. And this is the Lobok River. This is an example of estuary in Batangas City. Estuaries filters dirt before fresh water enters the sea or ocean. It also filters salt from the seas and oceans. And it serves as an exit point for floods during stormy days. Like other ecosystems, estuaries and intertidal zones needs to be protected because of the presence of organisms that are dependent on their unique condition. Our country is rich in different forms of ecosystem because of the presence of so many rivers and long shorelines, like the Manila Bay, which has both intertidal zones and estuaries. Humans should do actions that will not destroy but support the interactions of the organisms living in the area. There are a lot of ways of taking care of the environment. Let's have learning task number 1. Let's take action. Draw a smiley face on the action or activity that helps protect and conserve the estuaries and intertidal zones, and a sad face if not. Number 1. Planting trees. What is your answer? Okay, very good. That is a smiling face. Number 2. Disposing garbage properly. What is your answer? Very good. That is also a smiling face. Number 3. Restricting fishing activities. Answer? Okay, very good. That is also a smiling face. Number 4. Banning recreational birding. Answer? Very good. That is also a smiling face. Number 5. Avoiding oil leaks. What is your answer? Okay, that is also another smiling face. Very good. Next question, number 6. Feeding the fish. The answer is sad face. We have the same answer? Next, number 7. Taking a bath with shampoo. Of course, this is in the river. Answer? Okay, that is a sad face. Number 8. Collecting starfish. What is your answer? Okay, very good. That is also a sad face. We should not collect starfish. Number 9. What is your answer? Okay, that is also a sad face. We should not remove sea urchins. And last, cleaning up the rivers. Answer? Okay, so very good. You got the correct answer. For our next activity, let's take a tour. Look at the picture. Here is a famous or one of the beautiful places here in Quezon Province. Another one. This is a very cold river found in Liliu, Laguna. What do you think might happen in this environment if people will do harm to these places? Listed below are consequences or negative effects of some human activities in our intertidal zones and estuaries. Put a thumbs down inside the box if it describes the effect or bad effect on estuaries and intertidal zone. Number 1. Thousands of fish will lose their homes. What do you think is the answer? Are we going to put thumbs down here? High tide and low tide will not happen. Red tide happens. Clams and mussels may poison people as a result. Okay, so for the first question, that is a thumbs down. Thousands of fish will lose their homes. Okay, and the third question, red tide happens, clams and mussels may poison people as a result. And for our next question, salt water will not be salty anymore. Thumbs down. Okay, no answer. Next, mud from rivers may not be safe from marine life. Is it a thumbs down? Okay, so mud from rivers may not be safe from marine life. It will also affect estuaries and intertidal zone. Next, mangroves may be depleted and erosion on the coast may happen. Will it affect intertidal zones or estuaries? Okay, the answer is also thumbs down. And for our last questions, reefs and seagrass beds will be protected from harm. Next, fresh water will separate from salt water. And for the last question, seaweeds that serves as food for marine life may die. Which among these will have a thumbs down? Okay, so for the last question, that has the thumbs down. Okay, let's have another activity. Take a look at this diagram. What are the organisms found in this diagram? Can you name the organisms in the diagram? Okay, so we have here the plankton. Plankton can be an animal or a plant. Mussels, animal plankton. We have here worm, a crab, small fish, salmon, freshwater mollusk or snail. We have here a shrimp, stone larva, what else? A heron, and the seal. Of course, we have here the energy coming from the sun. So these organisms are mostly found in estuaries and intertidal zones. In this diagram, we can see here a food chain. What is a food chain? It is a series of transfer of energy from one organism to another organism. So when we say a transfer of energy from one organism to another organism, okay, so one organism is eaten by another organism. So can you identify one food chain in this diagram? Okay, very good. So we have plankton can be eaten by a mussel. Then this mussel can be eaten by a crab. Very good. Another one. Okay, this freshwater mollusk or a snail can be eaten by the salmon. Then the salmon can be eaten by a heron. And so on. There are so many examples of food chains here in this diagram. Another one is what we call the food web. It is composed of different food chains. Now, what do you think are the activities that may negatively affect the process of energy transfer in this diagram? Based on the diagram given in our activity, what are the activities that might affect the energy transfer? Can you give one? Okay, recreational activity like boating and fishing. That is correct. Another one. Throwing of garbage in bodies of water. Okay, that is another answer. Next, building dams. Very good. Another one. Runoff from the people living along the shorelines. Okay, that is another good answer. Can you give another one? Dumping chemicals like gasoline and oil products in water. Okay, so these are some of the activities that affect energy transfer in a food chain and a food web. Our next activity is destroying nature is destroying people. Take a look at the pictures. Okay, the first picture is in Manila Bay. It is an intertidal zone. How about the next one? It is a dying mangrove estuaries here in the Philippines. What can you say about the pictures presented here? Let us answer this question. What activities of men affect the intertidal zone and estuaries shown in the picture? Answer. People kept on throwing garbage to Manila Bay that it caused overpollution in the water. Mangroves died because of the too much garbage. That is correct. Question number 2. How do these activities affect the place? It pollutes the water, causing other animals living in the coast poisoned and die. Mangrove trees may die if this keeps on throwing garbage. Question number 3. How do these activities affect us? Answer. The source of food will be scarce and people will not have places to visit. Houses nearby might be destroyed in case of tidal waves, and other food sources will not be available. And for our last activity, what should I do? I have here a situation and you have to answer the questions later. My family went to a picnic at Pagsanghan Falls in Cavinti, Laguna. We brought food packs in plastic containers. And for convenience, we also brought 50 disposable cups, 50 spoons, 50 forks, and 100 plates. Everybody enjoyed eating and we had so much fun. Before leaving the place, we had 10 pieces left for each items. Question: what should we do with the disposable items that we use? What should we do with the disposable items that were left? Based on our discussion today, what must we do with our estuaries and intertidal zone? Very good. We have to protect and conserve estuaries and intertidal zone. And for our last activity, learning task number 4 on your module, page 36. Now that you know the importance of estuaries and intertidal zones, as a student, you can do your part in protecting and conserving them. To show your support in the cleanup of Manila Bay, in a bond paper, make a poster showing your support with the program. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Thank you and have a good day. See you next time.